All right, everyone, I am sad but unsurprised to report that the Democrats have learned nothing from their disastrous election bid with Kamala Harris. Nancy Pelosi the other day deciding she's going to run for yet another term in Congress. The problem being she'll be 86 when she takes office, and she will probably inevitably win that particular seat. Link in the description. Archived, of course. She's also delusional, and this speaks to a larger problem within the Democratic Party. I'm going to analyze Pelosi's personal statements, which have been debunked completely, but the problem is that the Democratic Party at large appears to have adopted the same basic principle, the same one that lost them this last election. Now, I would like, because I'm not a Republican, I'm not a conservative, I would like to have two functioning political parties to choose from. I've only got one right now. It's the Republican Party. It's not my natural habitat, for certain. I'm an invasive species within the Republican movement because I don't share all of those same principles. Be nice if the Democrats, therefore, were to offer me something that didn't involve apologize for being white, give up your guns, and give us more of your fucking money, but that appears to be the basic ethos. Pelosi is goddamn delusional. Again, link in the description. She comes out the other day. They're talking about illegal immigration. And she tells one hell of a whopper, oh, well, there were more border crossings under Trump than there have been under the Biden administration. Yeah, maybe if you only count his first year in office, that would be true. Since then, things have metastasized quite nicely, if you want slave labor, unfortunately resulting in hundreds of thousands of people who are either derelict or being trafficked at this very moment. Probably millions, but we don't know the exact numbers because there's no actual effort being made at the border to document all of these people. Pelosi comes out and tells that WAPO, she gets fact-checked, WAPO and all of the others, she gets 4 Pinocchios for a reason. Because it's quite clearly wrong. And it speaks to a larger trend within the Democratic Party. They just don't understand why they lost. This is one of the reasons. It was because of the border, because of taxation and economics in general, of course, inflation ticking upwards. I'll be covering that separately later on my live stream, and things like that. They just can't get their shit together. They're living in La La Land. It's like watching Alice in Wonderland while high on shrooms or something like that. It doesn't make any sense. She could be the Mad Hatter. She'd probably make less sense than the Mad Hatter, actually, at times. Claiming that the border is A-OK, Biden did a great job, it's been a great presidency and all of these things. That's exactly what you don't want to do. Because you lost. And you lost stunningly. And you lost for a reason. But the Democratic Party is, other than Fetterman, this is the other tragic irony. Fetterman comes out and calls her out and says, well, maybe we need to cycle out some of these geriatric people, let other people have a turn. A dude who had a massive stroke and for a couple of months was fundamentally incapable of understanding what he was reading is now the voice of reason within your political party. Now, that's great for Fetterman. It's not great for your party. Pelosi, meanwhile, is a shriveled up old husk who's clinging to power because she doesn't know how to let go of it. She's like a Bilbo Baggins if he retained the ring, so to speak, only more fucked up and definitely more malevolent. Watching the Nancy Pelosi saga, my God, I don't think that, she's going to go Strom Thurmond mode, if I had to guess. She's going to be there, sitting in her chair, totally out of it. She's going to look like Jimmy Carter on his 100th birthday party. She's not going to be self-aware, and her aides, her staffers, are going to have to sign the papers for her, which shouldn't, by the way, be acceptable at all. There's a reason why Trump has suggested term limits for members of Congress. It won't get passed because Congress people don't want term limits. But Nancy Pelosi is the craziest among them. God damn it, you make Chuck Schumer look like he's sensible at this point. She's completely delusional, but she's just a microcosm. The problem is that Nancy Pelosi, as the de facto standard bearer of the Democratic Party, for the most part, at the moment, is sort of a representation of their general principles and the way they want to do business. Apparently, the way they want to do business is by lying and having a bunch of geriatrics running the show. Well, we saw what happened in the 24 election. Again, I would like to have a healthy Democratic Party, like a party of JFK, something that I can consider voting for. It's nice to have a choice. It's nice to not have to side with the Republicans by default simply because they're the only ones that can get their shit together. And these are Republicans that we're talking about. What are they best known for? Fucking up. Kasparian the other day, I had to disagree with her. She was talking about the Democratic Party in general and saying, well, they just fuck up over and over again. Normally, that's the Republicans. The GOP loves to steal defeat from the jaws of victory. Lately, though, it seems like the Democrats are the ones doing that. Nancy Pelosi running for another term. Okay, let's see how well that goes. Especially when she says weird shit like this. And also, she was completely balls to the wall drunk while she made this address. Watch the goddamn video. That's not just due to the fact that she's got old age on her. It's not just due to the fact that she's, 82, 83 or something like that at the moment. She's getting up towards, Biden and McConnell levels. McConnell had the sense to step down, though. Nancy Pelosi doesn't. She's clearly inebriated here. And I don't think it's just booze, by the way. I think they have her on uppers or something like that. She seems a little bit spry for somebody of her age range. But then again, she also instituted a lounge in D.C. where people in Congress could go and get booze. On the taxpayer dole, by the way. Technically speaking. I loved the fact-checking on Twitter, actually, the other day on that one. It was very, very funny. A little bit of a workaround. Now, Pelosi's gone completely insane. Oh, yeah, border crossings were down under Biden. No, they weren't. We've got the numbers. You got fact-checked by literally everyone. And this is the problem of the Democratic Party, ignoring the problem, casting blame on others, pretending that they're responsible for what you yourself have incepted. Fetterman is apparently, inexplicably, the only Democrat that understands this. Which is, if you had told me, again, even a few years ago, if you had told me that Fetterman was going to be the voice of reason within the Democratic Party, I would have chuckled myself to death. I probably would have been I would be on Wikipedia right now as one of those people that died laughing. It makes absolutely no sense. Their strategy does not exist at the moment. And I think I know why. I think there's court intrigue going on still. You've got multiple groups within the Democratic Party. So you've got like the Pelosiites and their kin. And Schumer, I suppose, because he's her little bitch. Then you've got like the Biden and Obama front. Then you've got like the Harris far left front. And they hate each other. So they can't get their shit together. There's no coordination whatsoever. I have a feeling they're going to do very poorly in 2028. I'm just preliminarily saying at the moment, if nothing else changes within the party leadership structure, they're going to get goddamn hammered. It doesn't even matter who runs. That's about all. Peace out.